Welcome to another edition of Morning Coach TV. My name is JB Lossinger, the founder of MorningCoach.com, and I'm really glad you're taking some time to watch this video. I'm pumped because this week we got a great topic. We're talking about overcoming plateaus. I'm really pumped that we're going to really address this because this is what happens in life. It's really easy to go from being really bad at something to being decent at something. I mean, it's kind of like my golf game. I was really, really bad, took some lessons, started playing a lot, and I got decent at it. Well, there's a step there, right? You reach that plateau. It's like exercising. It's anything you do, learning a language. You go from being bad to being decent. And guess what? That's where most people stop. Well, actually, most people stop at being bad. They can't even get through the process to being decent because they don't have the energy and the motivation. But for those of us that are striving to do great things, we go from getting to the, good to getting to decent. And we get to that point and we kind of plateau. And it gets depressing. It's like, man, we want to get better. I want to get from a 20 handicap down to a 15 handicap. And that's a little bit of a jump. So we go from decent to good, but it's almost as much effort or more effort to do that than going from being okay at something or being terrible at it to being decent, right? It takes a lot more effort to get to be good at something. And then to go from good to better, again, I'll use golf. Let's say from a 15 handicap to a 10 handicap, I'll call this better. To get better is even more challenging, and it takes about the same amount of effort that both those previous two stages together took, because it's a challenge, because you plateau again. And then you do the real secret thing, and this is going from better to great. And that's just a place where most people don't get. They just don't have the energy, because that takes going from a 10 handicap to a scratch golfer, and that's a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. And that's in everything in life. To go from completely being sucky, okay, let's just put that out there, to being great, there's plateaus along the way. And each step of the way, it gets more challenging and more challenging and more challenging. And that's why you have professionals that are great, and you have amateurs that are good, and then you have some people that can't even get off the sofa, literally. Okay, so we're going to talk about that at Morning Coach this week. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about what I call sprinting. Sprinting is to get from that sucky part to at least decent or good to really where you're better, okay? And you sprint to that. And when you can get there, maybe you're not great at everything, but you're good or better at everything. And that allows you to be more well-rounded, and it allows you to have a really cool life and do a lot of great things. And then you can focus on that one or two things that you're going to go after to make great. And then the rest, you really focus on becoming good or better instead of being in the sucky part. And let me give you a secret. We all start in the sucky part, okay? We all do. And we all have to work to get that way. And we're going to talk about that next week. It's going to be a great one. The other thing I'm going to talk about on Wednesday, our metaphysical day, I'm going to talk about relaxation. So when you hit these plateaus, when do you step back? When do you stop pushing? We all hear no pain, no gain. We got to go after, you got to push hard. Well, there's some metaphysical reasons why you got to step back once in a while. We're going to hit that hard on Wednesday. On Thursday, our book study day. We're still on the Man's Search for Meaning, and it's going to be our last day. So for those of you who haven't seen Morning Coach TV, at Morning Coach we have a book club. We started this month. It's a book study book club. And every month we take on a book, and we're reading it together. It's really a cool thing. We're getting that program rounded out, and it's getting better. Still got some work to do on it, but we're really getting there. And so we're going to finish Man's Search for Meaning for this month's book and get ready for next month's book. And on Friday, going back to plateaus, we're going to talk about income limitations. Those times when you get to a certain level of income and you can't get past it. You're going to hear a lot about that. Maybe you make $40,000 a year. Maybe you make $60,000 a year. Maybe you make six figures, $100,000 or $250,000. You want to get to the next level, but it seems like every year after year, you're just getting like a 1% or 2% increase. I'm going to talk about that income limitation and why that happens. So I'm pumped. This week is going to be huge. It's going to be a good week. We all plateau. This is going to help you get to the better and then to the best and then to the great area. And we all need to work on that. It's really important that we do that. Okay? On Power Biz Coach, we are going to be working on new businesses. What I've found is, we got a new program there, and a lot of people are really getting started in business. So even if you've been in business, it's good to go back to the fundamentals a little bit. So we're going to talk about new business. We're going to talk about marketing materials on Tuesday that you need. On Wednesday, we're going to talk about systems. On Thursday, we're going to talk about internet marketing and this app that I use. It's kind of the secret app that does a lot of work for me, so I don't have to do a lot of work. And then on Friday, return on investment. So we got a big week planned on Power Biz. I'm excited about that. I'm actually going to be in Colombia this week, down in Bogota. So I'll be broadcasting from Bogota, which, you know, I always have energy there, working on finishing some books. I like to get down there and kind of get away to get these books done. But really pumped about what we've got going on here at Morning Coach. We all plateau sometimes, okay? It's part of life. And here at Morning Coach, it's about getting through those plateaus. And that's what we do together. And we do that here as a team. And that's what's so awesome about the Morning Coach community. That's what's so awesome about you, making a difference in the world and putting that great energy out there. So big, super week this week. Overcoming Plateaus and MorningCoach.com. Empower Biz Coach. We're going to be talking about new businesses and how you get the legs to get going and really make it happen. All right, so thanks for watching this Morning Coach TV, whether it's on YouTube or iTunes. I really appreciate the support as we continue to put great information out there and change life and change businesses. And that's our dream. That's what we do. Make it better for everybody. Make the world a better place. All right, so get out there, have a great one, and I'll be back with more here on Morning Coach TV.